Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we are going to be baking. I am making some lemon and chocolate biscuits, so follow the recipe and try and make them yourselves. So I just started out by weighing out some butter. For the recipe you needed 227 grams, so I just did 230, and then once I had the whole amount of butter I just added it into its own bowl. Next, I then weighed out all the sugar. We needed 300 grams of caster sugar, however I ran out quite quickly, so I just added some light brown sugar in, so hopefully that shouldn't change the recipe too much, but if you are following along it does say to stick to caster sugar. So I added the sugar to the butter and then I used my electric whisk to whisk them together. The recipe did say to whisk for 5 to 8 minutes, but mine turned out pretty light and fluffy very quickly, so just do it until you get a nice fluffy consistency. We then added 1 egg in. We have chickens, so it's a nice fresh egg from our own chickens. Add that into the butter and sugar mix, and then I also added in some vanilla extract just for a little bit extra sweetness. Next in the recipe was to weigh out the flour. I am using plain flour. The recipe states 250 grams is needed, so I just weighed that out and then I emptied it into its own separate bowl and mixed in half a teaspoon of baking powder. And then you can add your flour into your butter mix. I did use a sieve just so that it makes it a bit lighter and spreads a bit evenly. Time for that electric whisk again. So now that the flour is in the butter mixture, you just want to mix it up. Again, you can do this by hand, but I know that I had an electric whisk in the back of the cupboard, so I decided to use that as it was a lot easier. You can see from the mixture on the electric whisk that the batter is a nice light and fluffy texture, so that's kind of what you're looking for when you are at this point in the recipe. What you're then going to want to do is to empty half of that mixture into its own separate bowl. This will make sense in a little bit, as we will be making one a chocolate flavoured and one a lemon flavoured. For the chocolate half of the biscuit, you're going to want to weigh out about 40 to 50 grams of milk chocolate or dark chocolate or even white chocolate, depending on what you want. Here's me trying to work out my scales and make sure that I've got the right amount of chocolate. Then pop this in the microwave for about a minute until it's melted. You're not going to want any lumps in it, you'll want a nice smooth melted chocolate. And then you're going to want to add it to the mixture. Just be careful, don't do what I did and burn your fingers on the bowl. Tip that into 1/2 of the mixture, make sure you're getting as much out as possible. And then mix all that chocolate into the mixture until it's all nice and combined. I just used a spoon for this part. Next up is the lemon side of the biscuit. So you're going to want to cut up a lemon, and then we're just going to squeeze some of the juice into the other half of that mixture. Now if you don't like lemons, you can use oranges. Just substitute an orange instead of a lemon. We're then going to want to spoon our mixture onto a piece of cling film that's already laid out. You'll want to lay it down so it's lengthways, trying to make it into a weird sausage shape. This will make sense a bit later on down the line. As you can see, I am trying to roll that mixture and shape it into a round, almost sushi-like shape, as we are going to be cutting down the middle and combining the two biscuits together. Now you're going to want to do this to both parts of the mixture, the lemon or orange and chocolate side of the biscuits. Now they don't look very pretty at the moment, but you're going to want to put them in the fridge for at least 3 hours or overnight until they set. Hello again guys, it is now the next day. I left our mixtures in the fridge to set overnight, and now it's time to combine the two together to make the whole biscuit. I started by taking one half of the mixture and cutting it down lengthways. And then you do the same to the other half of your mixture. Once both of your mixtures are cut up, you're going to want to combine the two. So take one half from each of the mixtures and combine the two together. You can see here that I'm just smoothing out the edges to make sure that they are really combined. And as you can see from the video, you can see that one half is chocolate and one half is the white lemon flavoured. I then sliced them into small biscuit shapes and laid them on a prepared baking tray. And then you're going to cut the mixture into the round biscuit shapes and lay them onto a baking tray that's prepared. You are going to want to leave more space than that in between, as when you do bake them, they will expand in the oven and you don't want them to turn out how mine did, which just ended up being a large cookie. They still tasted great nonetheless. If you like the look of this recipe, please do try it out yourself. Everything's linked below. Follow, like, subscribe for more recipes in the future. Bye!